Hey guys, so it's the 14th of July in 2023 and I'm away on holiday in Bulgaria, and I've come to the third biggest city in Bulgaria, which is called Varna, and it's a Friday night. It's 8 o'clock on a Friday night, and I'm going to walk you through town and I'm going to show you what it's like on a Friday night at 8:30 at night in Varna in Bulgaria. So this is Slivnica, which is the main boulevard that goes right down to the seafront. If you look straight ahead, all the bars and restaurants are up and down this street. And this is Yanis Boris Street, which is the main high street straight ahead. And you just go straight down this street and it goes on and on and on. And it's full of shops and bars and restaurants. You get hotels down there, you get currency exchange. And you get to the, if you carry on straight ahead down there, you get to the wonderful gold onion domed cathedral. And I do recommend, guys, you must visit the cathedral when you come here to Varna. The cathedral is absolutely magnificent to look at. So I'm starting the night with a walk down the main street here, Slivnica Street. And you can see all the live singers here up and down the street. There's all different artists performing up and down this street, and singers and entertainment for the family. You can see here you've got the you've got nice things here, so you can take photos with the characters here as well. So there's nice things here for children as well. On the left side here we have my favorite restaurant here. It's called the Happy Bar. The Happy Bar and Grill. They've got really nice food there. You can eat dinner for about 15 leva, which is about £7.50 in there. And it's got a lovely terrace there as well, and I'll just show you. So this is a really nice place to start the night and have a meal, maybe have a few cocktails, because you get the views and you can do some people watching. You can watch the people go by from the Happy Bar and Grill. So that's the place where I eat every day. It's good service in there, it's good food, there's lots of variety. You can get nice seafood and fish. There's nice Bulgarian dishes as well if you want to try some Bulgarian food like kabama and sach. They do a very good moussaka. Moussaka is my favorite Bulgarian dish actually to eat. And it's a lovely terrace where you can watch the people go by. If you go inside, it's really cool as well. You can go to the bar area and you can just sit at the bar and order some cocktails. You can order snacks at the bar as well. I like all the dippers like terra masalata and guacamole dippers and that type of thing. So here there's a queue tonight to get in though. It's really busy. It's the peak summer season and tourists have come here from many countries. Lots of Romanian tourists here, lots of German tourists here. Lots of people come here from England, from Russia, from Ukraine, from many countries, and they're all queuing up to get into the Happy restaurant. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to find the daytime menu. So if you go to these restaurants in the daytime, they have a discount menu that only locals know about really, and you get a special discounted price if you go to these restaurants in the daytime. So look at the lovely terrace there to the left side. That's a really nice place to sit and to watch the people go by as well. And I like all the flowers and the greenery outside as well. So in Varna there's a population of 340,000 people. So it's quite a big population, but actually there's a lot more people living here than 340,000 because you've got all the students living here as well. And students come from all over the world to study here in Varna. There's 5 universities here in Varna. So lots of the people walking around that you see, they are actually students. And you get students, for example, I met some medical students the other day and they come from as far as India, for example. But students are coming here from many countries to study. So the whole street's lined with all these nice cafes up and down here. Hello, hey. How much is the beer in this one?
I don't know. 4.49. 4.49.
4.49. Yep. So it's about £2. Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Cheers. It's £4.49 for a pint of beer in that pub there. Sorry, it's £4.49, which is about £2. So it's very good value for money. So on the left side here we have a fast food place. Plenty of fast food places up and down here. They're doing all sandwiches and burgers. It's called Largo Street Foods. Let's have a look there. It's been a very, very hot day today. It's been about 34 degrees. It's quite humid because although it's by the seaside, it's a big, big city. And I was asking people, well, what city would you compare Varna to? And actually, I've come to the conclusion that Varna is like the Barcelona of the East. It's very similar to Barcelona in many ways because it's a big, big city, but it has a seaside and it has beaches as well as the big city. So that's why I feel like it's very similar to Barcelona here. And you know, with all the street acts here and all the artists on the street, it's just brilliant to watch.
One line. Number 2, number 3. Daniel, run for your line.
You definitely won't be bored here in Varna anyway, guys. There's plenty of entertainment everywhere. And there's plenty of things for families to enjoy here as well. Hello. And they've got nice statues up and down the boulevard here. Like you can see this gold statue in the middle here. There's plenty of nice places for your holiday photographs. And I found that the people here are very friendly, and the majority of people here speak good English as well. You do see lots of English academies around town. And to get here, you're flying into Varna Airport. So Varna Airport's about 15 or 20 minutes drive away from here. And it won't cost you much at all, really. It might cost you about £15 or something like that, maybe about 20 euros in a taxi to get here. But if you book a transfer in advance online with your airline, you'll get it even cheaper. Or if you know the local taxi companies, it's worth asking a local, speak to Bulgarian people here and ask a local what taxi company is cheapest and ask them for some numbers of taxis here, and you'll save yourself a lot of money. Because here in Bulgaria, and especially here in Varna, and in Golden Sands, when you pick up a taxi on the street here, they ask you for a very, very high price. And that's because you're a foreigner. And what you need to do is you need to negotiate here. Everything is negotiable. Taxis are negotiable. You can negotiate for all kinds of things here, like clothes in the shops as well. I went to various shops in Golden Sands, which is 15-20 minutes away from here. I bought some t-shirts, some clothing items. I negotiated in the shops and I got a discount of about 10 leva in each shop. You do get some beggars walking around town as well, but it's not a big problem at all. And the vibe's really nice here. It's really, really busy because it's peak summertime. It's hard to get a seat in some of these places because it's so busy, like you can see. And it's hard to choose which one to go to. Hey, because there's so many lovely cafes here, it's really hard to choose which one to go to actually. But what you need to do when you're in Bulgaria here is you always need to check the menu. So when you go to a restaurant or a bar, check the menu before you order. The menus are totally different in every different place. The prices vary in every different cafe and bar and restaurant. You can be in one and it can be very good value for money, and you can go next door and it can be like double the price. And then also if you check your menu, you know the price that you're paying, because I went to a number of different bars here and I was given the wrong change. So for example, I was charged 8 leva for a beer instead of it should have been 5 leva. And the member of bar staff obviously just gave me the wrong change by mistake or on purpose. But it's happened a number of times here now, so I think it might be on purpose actually. So be careful to check the menu, check the price. When you go out, bring money with you, bring cash with you as well. And like, you know, if you're going on a night out, make sure you've got lots of coins with you. Bring notes like 5s and 10s with you as well, so you can pay with the exact money. Then you don't have to rely on hoping to get the right change in some places. But there's other places as well, like the Happy Restaurant, and you can even pay in your card in that one as well. There were some other ones where you can just pay, where it's cash only, and they said, oh, the cash machine, the machine's not working today, so it's cash only. There were some other ones as well where they're just always cash only. So that's something. You should change money to Bulgarian leva. Just to let you know, 2.2 Bulgarian leva is £1. and 2 Bulgarian leva is €1. Just so you can understand the currency before you come here. When you're changing your money, when you look on the outside of the shop, most of the currency shops, they have money changing Bulgarian money to euro. That's the price you see outside. So you must go inside the shop and ask the rate inside the shop, and that's the true rate, because you're changing euro to leva. It's buy and sell. Don't mix up the buy and sell. And that entices you to go inside the shop, the rate you see outside, but when you go inside, you don't get that rate. So you find these scooters all over town. That's a cheap way to travel around town here, because there's so many things to see and do. You're going to be probably going up to some of the museums. Today I went up to the History Museum. You've got the Science Museum, which is located here on the Sea Promenade, just straight ahead in the Sea Garden, they call it. You've got the Planetarium, if you're interested in space and planets. That's another museum here. There's so many different things to do here and see. I'd recommend that you go to the open air gym one day, especially if it's in the summer when the weather's so nice, because they've got a nice long summer here from May right through until October. With about, May and June time, you're talking about 23, 24 degrees every day. And then you're going through the summer, July and August, with over 30 degrees, about 30 or 32 degrees every single day. And then you've got September, which is just lovely. September's probably about 24 degrees, 25 degrees, something like that in September. And early October, you're also going to get some sun here in Varna as well. So they do have a good summer climate, but don't make a mistake and come here for winter sun, guys, because in the winter it is really cold. This is an all year round city, but it is really, really cold in the winter time, and it's snowing in the winter as well. It's colder than England, for example. And this is the famous Sea Garden. It's the biggest park in the whole of Bulgaria, and it's got lovely plants and flowers all going through the park here as well. And I asked the locals where to go for the nightlife, where all the bars are and the clubs and the restaurants, because it's Friday night tonight. And they said, hey, head straight to the promenade here. And they recommend a really good nightclub called Zafahir. And they said that's probably the best one where you go to party. Or you can go down to the promenade here and you can turn right and you get to a bar that plays all the latest music called Cuba Bar. And there's another one called Punta Cana, another Mexican name as well, if you go straight to the prom and you turn right. So in terms of accommodation here, there's lots of hotels up and down this boulevard here, like the Cherno Hotel. But the price is quite expensive. I mean, it's about 150 leva a night in some of the hotels. Some of them were 120 leva a night. So really, you're talking a minimum of £60 a night for a city centre hotel. Now, in terms of hostels, I know about 3 hostels here in the city centre. You can get a hostel, but because it's the peak season right now, many of the hostels are fully booked. I could recommend you a hostel called Melis Hostel, because the location is very, very good and it is clean. And that particular hostel is right in the city centre, just off the main boulevard. So I'd say the location was like 5 out of 5 for that particular hostel. In terms of hotels, guys, you must check the location of your hotel very, very carefully. What I did, because I was staying in Golden Sands, I came down here for some days and I checked out some of the hotels and hostels. You want to make sure you book it city centre in the Sevastopol area of town. That's the area where it all goes on. That's the area all the bars are, all the cafes are, and all the nightlife are as well in Sevastopol. Because what it is, guys, if you book the wrong area here, you'll end up in the gypsy neighbourhood and it's a bit rough for you, so you won't enjoy it so much up there. I mean, there is a nice market up there in the daytime and stuff like that, but you don't want to be hanging around there at night time. Well, that's what the local people told me here. I've never been there myself. So here's the sea promenade here, and there's all different bars and restaurants up and down the seafront. So you've got one here called the Sea Terrace, and that's a restaurant specializing in seafood. It's really spectacular decoration inside. If you want a special meal in a really posh restaurant, a sort of professional type restaurant, then you go there. And if you turn left down this way, you get to some really nice bars, very chilled out with the sea view. Going back this way, this is where you've got the main nightlife here in Varna. This is where it all goes on at night time. This is where you've got the Cuba bar and a few other ones that I've been to as well. So I'm going to show you some of them now, show you some of the beach bars and see what the vibe's like at 9 o'clock on a Friday night in July. So I'm guessing the party will be starting now. So there's sort of like chilled out beach bars and the beach is right in front of you. We're on the front line now. And this bar is called Bar Kubo. So I do recommend you Bar Kubo, guys. It's a really cool bar to check out. And let's carry on this tour, and I'll show you as many bars as I can fit in today, and as many bars as possible. And guys, for more of my guided tours, if you subscribe at Travel with Col, and that's Col with a C-O-L, you'll see my tours from Nesebar, Sveti Vlas, Golden Sands, from many other cities in Bulgaria as well, and from the best cities in Europe. There's a bar on the left called Menthol. I've done tours from all over Europe, so you'll see all of my tours on my channel, guys, if you subscribe. So on the left side here, we have one called Moonlight. And you have to walk up, it's shaded. The thing is, these bars are shaded because the sun comes from the right side. So when you go through in the day, you can be there by the seafront, but it's actually all shaded. So so it is like a proper bar environment. So let's see what's going on at Moonlight today. Oh, so there's actually a pool at this one, which is pretty cool. There's the bar area on the right side. It's quiet, but it'll all be kicking off in an hour or two because it's a Friday night. Hi, how's it going? Hey. So let's move on. Let's see if there's anywhere more lively. But they all look nice here on the front. It's a different vibe to Golden Sands. Golden Sands has a slightly nicer promenade than here, to be honest, because you're just like right on the beach. But here, Varna's exciting because it's a big city and there's lots going on here, and there's lots of young people here. There's tourists here, you've got students here, you've got all the people who work here as well for all the companies. It's a very interesting city, Varna. And I found the people here to be really friendly as well. So let's have a look here. There's another nice restaurant there. You can see how nice it is. And here they do the food like that, just on the barbecue. They're barbecuing the sausages. The meat is really tasty here, very high quality. And you can have all the stews as well, like kavama and sach. And they do Bulgarian meatballs. Straight ahead, it goes into the park. The park goes on for miles and miles and miles. On the left side, that will take you just straight onto the beach, where you can see all the seagulls over there. And I mean, it's like 9 o'clock at night and it's not even gone dark yet, so the weather's just perfect. It's a little bit humid. There's Casa Feliz Beach. They're advertising pizza and stuff. Let's have a look inside, guys, see what it's like. So there's a television there in the distance with the football on, you can see on the left side. And it's like a cocktail bar environment there too. Looks nice. And all the families are here on the promenade going for a stroll. So to get here from England, it's about 3 hours 45 minutes to get to Varna Airport. You can fly from Liverpool or you can fly from London with Wizz Air. Most people are flying here with Wizz Air to get here actually. And to get here from Poland, you can fly here from Katowice or from Krakow, and you fly here with Ryanair, or you can fly with Wizz Air to Burgas Airport, which is only about 1.5 to 2 hours away from here as well. And I noticed, by the way, you might get cheaper flights going to Burgas and then just jump a bus. It's 1.5 hours. There's buses every hour or two, and you can get a bus up here to get here to Varna from there. But if you've already tried Sunny Beach, where all the British go, then maybe you want to try some other place in Bulgaria, then this is definitely a very good option for your holiday. I do highly recommend it. Especially, there's so many things to do when you're here in Varna as well. You've got all the attractions like the go-karting track. It's the best go-karting track in the whole of Bulgaria. You can just go up there and you just pay when you're there to go go-karting. You can ride the quad bikes and the 4x4s. You can go paintballing up there as well. There's so many interesting things to do. I'd recommend you a visit to the Alza Monastery, which is really, really old and impressive as well. I suggest you look that up online, and you'll see it on there. But it's just full of different tourist attractions here. There's loads and loads of things to do when you're here in Varna, so you won't regret. But anyway, guys, well, thank you very much for watching my guided tour today. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Col, and that's Col with a C-O-L. And guys, please give some likes as well and some comments and information for our subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.